Hello, and welcome to another edition of Paul's Cinema Picks of the Week. I'm your host, Paul Westbrook. Today we're going to be looking at extended cuts of movies that you might have already seen or bought at the Walmart or the stores. And a lot of these movies are mostly mainstream, but when you get a movie, sometimes you get like an extended cut as well as the original theatrical cut of the film. Like I'm like that myself. I like to what's called double dip, where I like to get certain movies, and then if there's an extended cut with added stuff, added scenes, I usually like to pick up on stuff like that. And this week, given that the Justice League Snyder cut is going to be out on HBO Max, by the way, I thought for an interesting topic of today's discussion, I would discuss extended cuts of movies. So I'm going to show one and I'm going to explain a little bit about the film. Okay, the first one I'm going to start with is the Star Wars trilogy, which is called the Special Edition. Like I've discussed this before on one of my other shows, but I'd be given that this is all the extended cuts. I figured, what the hell, just do it this way. So we got a Star Wars: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and a bonus material disc. Now, these ones are not the original Star Wars as you remember in 1977, as you know. These are the special edition or extended cuts, as there's a lot more scenes in these ones than there were in the original 77, 1980, and 83 versions, which are on VHS that I have. And, of course, you got different scenes that they had in there, like a little bit more dialogue with Luke and Biggs, Tatooine. You have a extended land speeder scene, and you have even Jabba the Hutt in one of the Star Wars ones. In the first one, Jabba the Hutt, where originally he wasn't even in the first one to begin with, or he was if you count the human actor that they had in that movie. And of course, Empire Strikes Back, you have more of the snow monster and a few other added scenes, which can't really name them offhand. Oh yeah, you got a little more expansion on the Cloud City scene, so you get to see a little more of the city. And then Return of the Jedi, you get an alternate musical sequence with Cy Snoodles and the music in Jabba's palace. So you get a whole different added scene. You get to see Anakin Skywalker, Hayden Christensen, at the very end of it, which originally didn't appear in that movie either. So a set like this, if you want to get added scenes, it's perfect for it. And right there in a nice little package, you got the Darth Vader on this side, and then you got Luke Skywalker with the big lightsaber and the gang on this side of the box. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. You have the original theatrical cut. You have the extended cut, which is called the Ultimate Edition, because they added a little more scenes for character development in the Ultimate Edition, while the theatrical version just seemed really choppy. It's still good, so I don't discourage anybody from buying it, but if you want to get this for the Ultimate Edition, there's a little more scenes. There's a few scenes with people that weren't even in the theatrical cut, and it just it moves the story along and it makes it more sensible, a story to follow, as opposed to the theatrical cut, which just seemed to be jumpy and all over the place. But I personally like the Ultimate Edition part myself. I'm going to be planning to see it with my friend Dave on Saturday and getting to re-see that again. Here's the really good one. Superman the movie, extended cut. And of course you got the front there, and then you got the back. Back there, you getting this? All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So we get this. It's a 3-hour long TV version. And it has all the added stuff that was supposed to be in the 2000 expanded cut when they first brought it to DVD. And you had maybe about 20 minutes or 30 minutes extra footage. This has about 3 hours. So there's so much stuff on here that you didn't even get to see. And this is actually from a TV showing of Superman from ABC TV back in 1982. And they just brought everything all out, some of the stuff you hadn't seen in theaters. I personally believe that I have seen all of it in theaters. And It's the ultimate cut, I think, of the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, which was such a marvelous film. Okay, Charlie's Angels, I have the original theatrical cut, and there's this one here. It's unrated, more action. And some of them don't have too much more added stuff. Like this, the first one was 105 minutes for the theatrical version, and this version is 107 minutes. And you got 35 minutes of exclusive features, so you got 4 extra special features that you don't get on the theater cut of this movie. And you get it all on here, and I think there's a couple, maybe 1 or 2 more action scenes, which might make it a little more intense than maybe the one that you got at after watching the theater version. And yeah, I like the cover's a little different. It's grayer. The other one was brighter, but it's still worth the price. Fantastic Four. This one here, I just bought this recently. It's the extended edition of it. You got the original theatrical cut and the extended edition included, which had maybe about 20 minutes of added footage, and I think it's worth getting just for the added footage. If you like the Fantastic Four movies, and I know film people do, and you get this one, and then that way you might as well have everything at once, and you got all these documentaries that go with it and featurettes. Spider-Man 2.1 is an all-new 2-disc extended cut of the Spider-Man 2 movie, and it had a scene with J. Jonah Jameson, the editor of the Daily Bugle, dressed in a Spider-Man costume, and you got some differences in the fight scenes, like camera angles and stuff too, and you even get some new featurettes on here. In the Inside 2.1 featurette, you get the sneak peek at Spider-Man 3, which you didn't get on the theater version. You get a multi-angle Danny Elfman score. Great effort comes great recognition featurette, VFX breakdowns, and in-depth look at the visual effects. Little nuances and details that you might have maybe not got in the theatrical release of it. It's all on here, and two, it's a nice 2-disc edition too, and it's about maybe 10 or 15 minutes longer than the other version. Then we have director's cut of Quentin Tarantino presents Hostel, which was directed by Eli Roth. Now that movie, I found it was extreme as it was in the theater version, but this one here has an alternate ending. That's why I got it, because the endings are different in the theatrical cut and the director's version. And then you got a few extra bonuses, features like interviews and Hostel Dismember International Television Special, where they talked about Hostel Treatment, which is a radio interview with Eli Roth himself, music and sound set design, and then you got, of course, the standard features that were on the other one. Hostel Dissected 3-part featurette, Killed the Car, multi-angle interactive, and of course the all-new director's ending, which is only on here. So you have to get this one to see the alternate ending. This one means a lot to me personally because my mom got it for me. It's the deluxe extended edition of King Kong, and it has 6 hours of new special features and 38 minutes of lead scenes. And the scene that stands out here is a fight with a water monster, which was not in the theatrical version of the movie, and that's why I got it too. And I kept it because it meant a lot to my mom. The theater cut was a tribute to my friend Hugh, because he and I went and saw that one, and this one was dedicated to my mom, and it was the last thing she got me as a gift before she passed, so it was special that way. Now, I have anybody ever seen the Hobbit series? The one J.R. Tolkien, Hobbit, directed by Peter Jackson. Okay, I have the extended cuts of all 3 of the original Hobbit films. The Fellowship of the Ring, nice green pristine cover, and open it up. Let's take a look. It takes a little bit to open these covers. You get a map, and it's got 4 discs. Everybody getting that? You got 4 discs here. So it's like the first 2, I think, are the feature film, and the other 2 are all special features. So you get the all the stuff that Peter Jackson had, like video diaries, behind the scenes, the vision behind how he got this movie to be so good as it was, and there's so much that you get to see in these films, and check here. Got a booklet here too. It has all the extended stuff, and you get to read up on that. All right, and then select the scene and official fan clubs, all that other stuff that you like in your special feature movies. Then, of course, put that away. There. Takes a few minutes to put that one. And the other two are more the same. I'll just have to go over them really quickly. Two Towers. It has also the 4 discs and all the extras too, which is really good. Nice brown cover. And then finally, Return of the King, which is a beautiful blue cover. This was the final one of the first Hobbit series with Frodo. Elijah Wood, really good actor. And then it shows the death scene of Saruman, which was not shown in when they released it to DVD the first time. So that's a little bit of the extra movies that I've got that I thought you'd enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel. Write your comment in the bottom just below the video. And have a good day. This is Paul Westbrook reminding you I'll be seeing you at the movies. Goodbye for now.